Hi, good morning, my loves. Kira Marie here. Welcome back to Remember Who the Fuck You Are so the Game Can Change, the podcast that is here to lift you up, to be thought-provoking, question things, and to realign you to who you are and remembering how fucking amazing you are. So today's episode is about the to-do word, the current hip and happening with sounds so old right now. The hype word, I don't know what the young folk would say, but self-care, self-love. I along my journey have kind of struggled with that. Because on the flip side of it being a hype word and something that we should be doing and looking at and investing in, and it's also the other side of that is when you actually do is the backlash you get from it, and she's so selfish and she's just doing it for herself, and what about everybody else, and that kind of thing. So that's what today's episode is about. And if this is something that you have struggled with yourself, self-care, self-love, um, doing things for yourself, the mum guilt, the oh, like I know I should and be really nice if I did, but I don't want to leave him in the lurch, and I know that they need me, or there's backlash when you do. This episode is for you, so stay tuned. Okay, my loves, let's dive in. So, self-care, self-love. Um, I was actually just talking, I was inspired this morning because I was talking to a beautiful friend over Messenger. We do like little voice notes, which is something that's really cool. I just absolutely love it. It just rather than typing out just a quick voice message. Anyway, I was just talking to a beautiful friend and talking about self-care and self-love, and I'm like, I started going into my little rant and rave, and I'm like, I just kept hearing the words, this is a podcast, you need to do this in a podcast. So I'm like, okay. So I come home and just set up. So for years now, I have come to the realization how important it is for me to give back to me. The role and responsibility we have as daughter, as friend, as sister, as mother, as caregiver, as whether we work um, and the community we help. There are so many roles that we give, and this applies to both mother and also father. I just want to put that out there. It applies to everybody. So back in, I think it was 2000 and, or maybe 2015, I want to say 15, 16. My husband got offered a job that meant that he would be away. So he went and did a week in Melbourne for training. And I was then home with the five kids. And so the triplets would have been, I remember my oldest was in first year of school. So he was five. So then Isaac would have been three, triplets would have been one. So I had five kids, five and under, home by myself. And I fully supported him doing this job and having the week away. There was no ifs, no buts, no maybes. It was just something that we knew we needed to do. So he went away for a week, training, and I was home with the kids, and it actually ran really well, really smoothly. And then when on his way back, I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go away for the weekend. When you get back, I'm gonna go um to Melbourne and just have a weekend by myself, like just a couple of nights. And obviously he couldn't really say no because he just had a week away. So it was a perfect opportunity for me to slide that in there. And that's what I did. So I had 2 nights. So he came back on the Friday afternoon. I left the Friday night and took the train to Melbourne. It's like a 3 hour train ride and stayed Friday night, stayed Saturday night, and then came home Sunday. That started the ball rolling for me, um, of knowing how valuable it was, me getting away and having just 2 nights of peace and quiet and nobody needing me, nobody, mum, 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 Kira, 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 mum. None of that. It was, I got to pick what I wanted to eat. I got to have someone else cook for me. I got to have a sleep in if I wanted. I got to go for a walk if I wanted. I got to go sit at a cafe and do nothing if I wanted. I got to go shopping if I wanted. It was just an incredible moment of realization. Fuck, you know what? I matter too. Me. So then embarked the next, I think it was a year that my husband then worked away from, he left Sunday afternoon and arrived home Friday night. Yeah, you heard that right. So from Sunday night, Sunday afternoon until Friday night. So he was home for a bit over 24 hours. And that was for about a year that we did that. And that was with 5 kids. And yeah, it was interesting. Um, but it went okay. And then sometimes he didn't come home and we ended up meeting him. Um, and we would go visit where he was and drive there and hang out with him for a few hours and then we'd drive home. Oh my goodness me. Isn't it funny how we look back on things and go, how did you do that? Like, what the actual, but it actually saved our marriage. To be completely honest and truthful, it saved our marriage. Funny enough saying that, because obviously that put a massive strain on me, with having the 5 kids and my oldest in primary school. And so then Isaac would have been in kindy and daycare and having that load just on me and on my shoulders. But then also on the flip side of that, I was my husband knowing the pressure that was putting on me, not being able to be there for his kids and see them grow up and be involved in all of their activities and day to day and things like that. There's a flip side to that as well, right? It's not just me going through it, it's also him. Just same but different. Um, so yeah, that then sparked a revolution for me of going away and also sparking deep wounds for my husband. Um, and what that brought up as well. So when he had abandonment wounds, from his childhood. So when I would then want to go away, that would then ignite those and open up those wounds that he had experienced in his childhood. And that then meant that he was triggered and he would unleash his wounds and not understand why he's doing it, but just understanding the feelings it's bringing up within him and that would make him scared and would make him worry and concerned and feel like that it was an attack on him and also that I possibly wouldn't come back. Um, due to things that happened in his childhood, um, that triggered him immensely. And it was a two-part thing of me standing in my power and standing in my truth and standing up for myself and knowing why I was doing it. And also that it wasn't an attack on him and it wasn't I'm doing this despite you. It was more of a authentic thing of, no, I need this for me. Like, this is nothing actually to do with you. This is nothing that I'm doing to you. This is what I'm doing for me. This is what I need to continue, first of all, this marriage. Second of all, for me to continue to be my best and or somewhere close to that. This is something for me to fill my cup up with, because that's the thing. And I only just went through this with a client the other day. Had a one-on-one healing, the beautiful soul, and I was explaining to her that if you can just imagine right now for me a lake, right? And think about all of the organisms and all of the animals that lake feeds off of. So you've got plants, you've got trees surrounding, you've got grass, then you've also got what's in the lake. So whether that would be fish or frogs or different life forms within that. So you've also then got attracts the birds that come in and feed off that water, and people that come in fish and enjoy the lake and excuse me. So there's so many things that just that one body does and helps. Imagine now that lake bone dry. Nobody can feed off that. Nobody can be sustained by that. Nobody can enjoy that. Um nobody can get love from that or yeah, like, can you see where I'm going? Now imagine that lake being you. So if we don't give back to ourselves, and we're always giving and giving and giving and giving, and people are taking from us and enjoying us and receiving from us. If we don't give back to ourselves, that's us going to be bone dry. Because if we're not giving back to ourselves, then there's nothing left to give. We need to replenish that. We need to make sure that our internal system is thriving so we can give to everybody else. If our lake is dry, there's nothing left to give. And that means giving yourself space, time to be, time to have silence if you need, time to connect with like-minded souls, with conversations that you can't normally have with loved ones who aren't quite at the same uh, evolution as you, have the same interests as you, or giving yourself that time and space just to do what you love to do rather than the schedules of our kids and our family life, and our realm of work and commitments and family. Is give that time and space back to you to do what you love or find what you love. So that's what I started doing. Is I started going for trips. I started going for one night away, 2 nights away, then going up to a week away, and going spending it with my friend in Melbourne, or going back to Adelaide, and spending time there until last year, 2024. I went and did something that I never thought I would, and that was go overseas by myself on a retreat by myself. And that brought up a lot of fears within me. My husband was like, Kira, you've got this, like, you need this. And that's the thing that's happened over the years is by me just doing what I do, and just going anyway, even though there was pushback from my husband, and even though his triggers were coming up, and even though he was scared I wasn't going to come back, or I was going to meet someone else, or I don't know if you've had the same thing with your partner, is their fears and their triggers coming up from their childhood, when you want to go away, or their control issues. By me just going, I see it, I understand where you're coming from, but that's not me. That's not what's going to be happening. I could meet somebody else going down the street right now. I don't have to go away to do that. And I still haven't done it after my husband and I are almost together 20 years. So that's not why I'm going away. I'm going away for me to have peace and quiet. Pretty sure I used to say, like, I'm struggling with this marriage, let alone adding someone else into this. Oh, far out. Um, yeah, so it's by me continuing to go away and give back to myself, and go down the street and sit at the beach or sit at the lake and just have the silence. Um, it just helped him along the way of going, okay, so this tact isn't working. Um, the guilt trip's not working. The poor me is not working. Maybe I should just appreciate this. Maybe I should just encourage this. Maybe I should just go, maybe she deserves this. Maybe this is good for her. Maybe this is good for us. Maybe this is good for the kids. It's funny. I remember one time I went away for a weekend and I came back and my husband's like, are you okay? Like, you seem different. Like, is there anything wrong? And I'm like, funny you should say that, because this is me being like at peace. This is me like, oh, feeling incredible and feeling like I've given back to myself and filling up my cake, my cup. This is me being replenished, that lake that I was talking about earlier. This is me at full capacity and being able to give with my overflow. And he's like, oh, okay, I get it. So that's the thing with self-care and self-love. It's not just for yourself. It's so not just for yourself. And I actually want to rename it. I want to rename it to everyone benefits care, because it's not just for yourself. It's showing your husband, your partner, that one, they're going to be okay. Two, they can step up. Three, they can do it by themselves. Four, it gives them more opportunity with the kids. Five, it also encourages and inspires them to do it with their friends or to do it for themselves. I remember one time my husband was just overloaded with family issues, with work, with like his own family, us kids, or his kids and our kids, and my business, and everything was just so overwhelming for him. And I kept saying and kept nudging, you should go away by yourself. Like, you need to go away by yourself. And he just wouldn't listen. So then I finally got to a point where he took a day off and we went out for breakfast. I remember sitting there and I said to him, right, I said, you have got way too much going on right now. You need to give back to yourself because you are running it empty right now. I said, either I call your boss right now and I organize for you to have time off and you go away, or you do it. There are your two options. Either you do it or I do it for you. And he's like, you are not calling my boss. I said, well, you need to call him. I said, because otherwise I will. Simple as that. And he knew I was fucking serious. So it's either his wife calling his boss and saying, hey, Nathan needs time off. He's really struggling at the moment. Feeling like his mum's doing it type of thing. His mum's calling in sick for him when he's a grown ass adult. So he did. He called his boss and said, hey, like, I really need time off. I really need some things. So then he did that. I'm just watching a feather just fly right now. That's really cool. And we booked a weekend away for him. And he was really nervous about, like, what do you do? Like, I'm like, nothing. Yeah, nothing. You just enjoy the time or you go for a walk or whatever. And he got there and he then called me and he's like, oh my God, I get it. I get why you do this so often. I do it probably about every 6 months. And he goes, I totally get it now. This is incredible. The silence, the like waking up on your own time and own schedule. And I can go for a walk. And he ended up going for a walk and kind of getting lost a bit. So I went like, I think it went for like a half an hour, 45-minute walk. It ended up being like, I think a 2 hour walk. And I'm like, but that's the thing, you have nothing to be back for. You like, you can do that. It's great. The clarity that he got and the time and space. Just to be and just to think the thoughts that he wants to think, rather than everything going on. Um, yeah, it was incredible. So that's the thing is that it's not only for us, it's for them too. It's um it's giving them permission to do the same thing. It's giving them permission to think about, hang on a minute, maybe I can do this too. I can see the value that it gives. I can see the um who she is when she comes back. Um, I can see the shift and the change in her. I can see the peace and the calm in her. Maybe I can do that too. But it's also then noticing, and my husband now notices, and over the years, when I get to that point, if I don't make that choice and see within myself that, oh, Kira, like you're really running empty, you are almost bone dry, you need to give back to yourself. He has then learned and seen the signs and the signals of the snappiness and the overwhelm and the um, losing my shit, and that everything is compiling on top of each other. And he's like, Kira, you need to go and do something for yourself. You need to go to the beach and spend a day there, or you need to book a weekend away. He got to the point where he was then booking it for me, because he could see the value in it, not for just myself, but for him and our relationship and our kids and everyone around, because we give so much and we need to remember to give back to ourselves. So then it wasn't just my husband that benefited for, my goodness, benefited, oh my God, benefited him. It was also my kids. One, to know that mum would come back, to know that they could have time with dad, to know that they could step up and do things for themselves, that I wasn't there always to do it for them, that mum came back, not only that she came back, but also that she came back better and more love to give and more calmness to her. And that benefited them too. And that also, when their friends would talk about their mum going away, they're like, oh, yeah, my mum does it all the time too. So it was then helping their friends with their mums going away and the flow on effect of that. But then it was also my friends and my community of showing them that it's okay too. I remember a beautiful client and just a follower to begin with, and she ended up messaging me and saying, oh, I hope that one day I can do the same thing. And I'm like, you can, like, just do it. Like, and then a few months, 6 months, a year later, she messaged me and said, oh my God, I'm doing it. I've booked a weekend away. I'm going. And then she messaged me and said, oh my God, that was incredible. The time, the space, the clarity. Um, so it's not only you that you inspire, your husband, your kids, but it's your community, your friends, your family, your sisters, your mum. We aren't taught this. I didn't grow up with my mum going away by herself. I don't remember ever doing it. I didn't see my nana doing it. I didn't see my dad doing it. Well, that's a he didn't do it, but he did do it. Like, in regards to, he had plenty of time away. He wasn't alone. Um, but also, yeah, when my parents divorced, he made sure that he didn't have us every weekend. Um, and he still had a social life. So he was fine. Um, but that's not something that we're taught, right? Yet that's something that we can teach, right? We can teach our kids that this is normal, that mum goes away, that mum also comes back, and that it's beneficial that mum does do that because she is coming back better and she feels better and she has more to give and um, isn't so snappy and overloaded and depleted. So then when by teaching them this, when they are older, it's a normal thing. It's a given. And if their partners don't do it, then they can say, hey, like, my mum did it, you can too. Or they can do it and continue it and then inspire their partners and their partner's family and friends, and that ripple effect. So it's really like 100% everybody benefits care, because everyone benefits. They benefit from you coming back being replenished and your lake being full, and they can feed off of that, and you can give them that. It's also teaching them to be more independent, that they can do this. That I remember when I would go away, the amount of people, oh my goodness, the amount of people that would jump to my husband's aid. the amount of people that jump to my husband's aid because, oh my God, like he's staying home with the kids. Like, who's looking after the kids? My husband, their father. Oh, like by himself? Like he's doing that by himself? I'm like, yep, just like I do when he goes away for work or whenever. Yep, same thing. Blows my mind. And the amount of people that would be like, oh, I'll I'll come and look after the kids, or I'll take one of the kids, or I'll come and do dinner for him. And I'm like, fuck you and I like this, that's for me. When he was away for that year, where were you then? Like, hello. And actually it was funny because my husband hated it, begrudged it, because he could see the difference. He could see that when he went away, because he would go away on some friends' trips once a year for a weekend. Not one, no one would say, oh, hey, Kira, like, how about I come and do dinner for you? But one of his family would go, oh, I'll come and do dinner. Or, oh, how about like I take one of the kids? And he would actually get pissed off when people would be like, oh, like, do you want some help? He'd be like, no, yeah, I fucking got this. Like, I'm their father. Like, it's my role, it's my responsibility too. Um, and yeah, it was quite funny, and quite interesting. I'm sure you may have had the same thing as well. That it's just expected that mums get on with it, that mums do it, and that um we take care of it all. But it's so conditioned that when it's the father's turn, then oh my God, one, he can't do it. Two, oh my God, like that's a lot of pressure on him. Three, oh, I better jump to his like rescue to make sure that he's gonna be okay. It's actually quite insulting to do that. Nice in a way, but also insulting. And belittling, how about I say that again, belittling his role in the partnership and in fatherhood and what he signed up for. And um, and also feeds on um, that he can't do it when they so can. They 100% can do it. So this is your inspiration. This is your time. This is your fuck it. I'm gonna do it. I'm important too, and I can see the benefits that not only it brings me, but also everybody else. I also want to upgrade this. I really want to plant this seed for you. I'm doing a retreat, and in turn, are doing a retreat with me. So I'm co-hosting now. If you're not aware, I'm co-hosting retreats in Bali, Ubud, Bali, which is so spiritual, uh, so authentic, so incredible. So at 7 days, it is movement in the morning, every second morning with my beautiful soul friend and healer friend, Lisa. She runs you through and steps you through beautiful movement, soft awakening, opening movement, and um, journaling and scripting and awakening movement. And then I step you through the next morning, my activations and going within and meditation and um, whatever comes through, because I'm divinely guided, right? It's nourishing in regards to that you're giving back to your body, mind, and soul and spirit. We cover all bases. It's a moment in time where the food is done for you. It's beautiful, nourishing breakfasts that are done for you. We do lunches out, or uh, cooking classes to re-inspire you or to give you different ideas on how to use food and their way of cooking. And it's getting out in nature and the spiritual aspects of Bali and Balinese culture, waterfalls and bike rides and um, nurturing yourself in regards to facials and massages and going in to the markets and seeing the way they eat and also shopping and time to also just be, if you need, to hang out at the pool and lounge around or go for a walk or go shopping and check out the cultures or the cafes or uh, also because it is a group of 8 women who are aligned and who are connected and who are doing their work and stepping into the world of spiritual uh, awakening, it's then being able to have those soulful conversations and those deep conversations and to connect on a different level. And it's such an incredible experience. You also get a one-on-one with me, which can go up to $888. So that's included in this. So we have a few spots left that I highly encourage you to, one, think about, or two, if you're ready to really take that leap and give back to yourself, to honor yourself and honor your path and what's next. And if you're ready to step into what is next, this is exactly what your soul is calling out for and what it needs and what it's ready for. Because you will go in a certain person, version of you, you walk out someone different. It is an incredible container. You will unlock and unleash what you're ready for, even sometimes what we don't realize we're ready for, certainly what I experienced. It awakens something within you and ignites something within you and illuminates things that we're ready to let go of and step into. So if this is something that you're like, oh, Kira, it's exactly what I need, then in the show notes will be the details. Head to kimmarie.com.au/Bali retreats, or just go to kimmarie.com.au and up the top will be retreats and Bali. And you get to pick your room and then come with this on this amazing journey. We have people coming from Australia booked in already, and also America, so it's open worldwide. It is a phenomenal opportunity to not only give yourself self-care, but everyone benefits care, right? Because you coming back after this retreat, they are going to benefit epically by you being away for a week. Gives them the opportunity to step up and to do things for themselves and not have you there to just take care of it. And also gives them that opportunity to step up and take care of it. Um, that self accomplishment that they got to do it. And, oh, mum, look what I did. Um, you can give that to them. So I highly recommend that you think about this, seriously think about this, and join me and Lisa on this epic adventure. So I hope that you've got the inspiration you need and the aha moments and the, oh, Kira, you're right. And the call to, even if it's not just the Bali, if it's not just the Bali just yet, go for a weekend away. Go with a friend if you need, or go by yourself. Take this opportunity to go, okay, where can I give back to myself? Because it's not just serving me, and that's taking away the selfish part. You can now understand that it's not just you that benefits from this, it's everybody that benefits from this, everybody in your life. So, what is it that you're going to do? I'd love to know in the comments. I'd love to know in a message what this has inspired you to do, and to let me know how you take this and how you lead with this. All right, my love, sending you so much love, so much light. And let's see what Spirit has in store for us next week. All right. Bye, my love.